Yo, what's up guys, it's Goblin here, welcome to this new episode. In today's video, I'm gonna be stealing my opponent deck until I win the Grand Challenge. Of course, since I haven't played a single match yet, there's no deck, no opponent, which I can steal the deck from. So, whatever we're gonna face, I'm gonna be playing it in the next match, and that the entire Grand Challenge. So, this is always a really fun format to do, because we always get to play a bunch of different type of decks, and most of the times it is quite versatile. Sometimes you do end up facing similar decks, like for example here, we might be playing against this P.E.K.K.A. Goblin Giant deck, which has been quite popular, quite toxic, so it's definitely, there's a chance we get to play with that deck a couple of times in today's video. Okay, looks like it is indeed gonna be that deck. Looks like the E-Wiz is gonna go down, so that's awesome for us. Let's quickly go with a cannon, and I think we can even pressure with a Goblin Barrel here. I don't think the P.E.K.K.A. should be that big of a deal for us. We do in the end of the day have the cannon, we have Ice Spirit, and I don't even think we need to drop anything else. There you go, Ice Spirit cannon is already enough to take care of the entire P.E.K.K.A. So looking very good so far, great start. This means, by the way, that we need to copy his deck and play it in game number 2. And today is definitely gonna be quite a long video, so make sure you guys grab a drink, grab a snack, or if you're already eating, hope you have an amazing meal. And let's see guys, let's log in. So far doing really good though. Damage wise, he hasn't really touched our towers at all besides the Zap. He is gonna go with a Goblin Giant. I think I would like to go with like a Dart Goblin more off to the side. And then hopefully we can pull his Goblin Machine into the cannon. Okay, perfect. Let's go like this. Let's go with a Goblin Gang here as well. Let's go with a Lock trying to take care of the E-Wiz, plus also take care of the Goblin Machine. We are gonna take quite some damage because of the rockets from the Goblin Machine, but I think overall, that was probably, the best defense we could do in that specific situation. Let's keep under pressure both lanes. Sometimes these type of matchups do go into a 2-tower situation, so the more damage we can already get onto the other tower, in this case the right side tower, the better for us. But yeah, not really sure what this guy's doing, to be honest. I feel like he's been taking way too much damage. Unnecessary. His deck is definitely an offensive deck, but I feel like he's been playing a little bit too offensively. Okay, let's go with the Golden Knight. I'm definitely gonna try and get the evil Dark Goblin to get a nice poison going on top of the P.E.K.K.A., on top of the Goblin Giant. Let's try to freeze everything. Let's go with a Lock. Let's go with a Fire Spirit here off to the side as well. We cycle back to another Dark Goblin. P.E.K.K.A.'s definitely gonna go down to the poison. Golden Knight even goes towards the left side lane. We can pop the ability here, and that is gonna be good game, I think. I mean, still 38 seconds left in the match. There's still quite some time remaining in this game, but realistically, looking at the overall situation, I would definitely think that this is going to be a good game, guys. So he is probably gonna go with a Zap. Let's go with a Fire Spirit. I wanted to say kind of as a prediction for the one Goblin, but anyways, this is nice and easy defense for us. Let's in the meantime kill the pressure. Let's go with a Goblin Bro. Let's go with a Golden Knight. Right side tower is also gonna go down, and I think this might even be a 3-count. If I were this opponent, I would probably at this point just give up. So very nice start. Of course, the first couple of wins most of the times are the easiest without being like toxic or anything, but the more you advance, the harder it gets in a Grand Challenge. Okay, let's go guys, hopping into game number 2, and of course now I'm gonna be using the P.E.K.K.A. deck we just faced. Whatever we face now, we're gonna use it in game number 3. I think everyone is familiar, everyone is known with the format, but just for those who didn't actually understand it, I think now you for sure should understand. Okay, let's see what we're gonna be facing here. I think it might be some kind of cycle deck after seeing skeletons. Don't really know what it's actually gonna be a deck with the healer. Okay, let's go with a Goblin Machine in the back. I tried to time it right as the Royal Chef was about to level up. I much rather have in this case the Goblin Machine level 12 than the Bomber level 12. I feel like the Goblin Machine is gonna get a little bit more value. So let's go with the E-Wiz first. Let's then keep up Elixir, and let's actually go with the Goblin Giant. We do not have a big spell, so there's no, how do you say that, like opportunity for us to actually take care of it with spells. So instead, I think it's a good idea for us to actually keep out the pressure, and in this way try to take his tower by using pretty much all of our elixir offensively, taking advantage of the fact that he just invested 6 elixir in that elixir collector. And the beautiful part about this is that we also get to take care of the elixir collector. So definitely the best start possible for us. Look at the King Tower as well, guys. The King Tower getting so much damage. I think I'm gonna go with a P.E.K.K.A. in the back here. He does go for another elixir collector. Realistically, this matchup doesn't even look that good because we do not have a big spell, and the Electro Dragon is gonna be very hard and very annoying for us to deal with. But let's see what happens, guys. I feel like if we play it well with the good start we had, we should definitely have a good chance at beating this opponent. So it looks like he is gonna go with his Electro Dragon. I feel like we can't really go with a Choke next to it because it's just gonna get destroyed. Let's actually have the Zap ready for the skeletons. There are the skeletons. Let's go with a Zap. This way the P.E.K.K.A. can at least take care of the Lumberjack. And I wonder, I think he's gonna be running Golem, right? I mean, he didn't show it yet, but his entire deck is pretty much telling me that it's gonna be a Golem deck. And looks like he's gonna go with a healer as well. This is already looking kind of scary, guys. Let's go, I think, with a Goblin Cursor on defense. Let's wait a little bit to see, okay, what is the opponent gonna do? Let's go with a P.E.K.K.A like this, just in case he is trying to NATO the Electro Wizard in. It's gonna be a little bit, yeah, more awkward for him to take care of that. And he's gonna go with another Elixir Collector, but I don't think he understands that he still needs to take our tower, and that whenever he goes with Elixir Collector, I'm just gonna instantly pressure him, and I think that is gonna be a good game, guys. No way for him to defend that. I don't know, that was kind of a strange deck. I feel like the matchup itself wasn't even that bad for him. I think he just didn't really know how to play that. Let's quickly copy his deck. I think his last card, which he didn't even get to play, was the regular Golem. Yeah, exactly, the 8 Elixir Stone Golem. Let's quickly copy this deck and see you guys soon with the next match. Okay, let's go, guys. Hopping into match number 3. We're gonna be playing with this Golem Elixir Collector deck. Golem is definitely one of my favorite decks. I think if you guys have been following the channel for quite a while, you definitely know that I like doing Golem content, Golem decks. As of recently, I haven't really played much with Golem at all, because I feel like in the current meta, it has just been in such a bad spot. But let's see if we can cook with this Golem deck. We, as I said before, have to play with it for sure. Whatever deck we face, we are going to be playing with it in today's video. So we're going to be facing Mega Knight. I think we can go with like skeletons here to distract the Mega Knight. This way the battle healer, the healer, can walk up a little bit more. And let's, I guess, also go with Baby Dragon. I'm not sure if the healer itself would have been enough to stop it, but I think I just play safe instead of kind of risking it. Okay, I think a good play here would be to NATO the Musketeer into the healer, into the Baby Dragon. Nice. He's gonna go with a Prince. I'm actually gonna go with a Lumberjack here at the bridge as well, just to kind of instantly take care of the Prince without it charging. And in this way, the Lumberjack stays alive with 1 HP. In this case, we're gonna force out a Zap, which is perfect. Okay, so this is kind of a similar situation as were we in, to the point where we need to be really careful when we go with Elixir Collector, but this guy doesn't have a big spell. Like, I think his only good play would be to like pressure, but if we just kind of ignore it, and oh, he actually has a Goblin Drill. Okay, let's go with a healer. Let's go with skeletons here as well. Healer plus the both towers are gonna take care of the Elixir Collector, and the fact that he doesn't have Miner is so good for us. Like, if this guy would have Miner, this matchup is still, I guess, losable. It's not like we are gonna win this 100% sure, but with the Goblin Drill, it's so much harder for him to take care of the Elixir Collectors. With the Miner, he can actually kind of, try and cook. Okay, he does have the Musketeer once again. I think I'm once again gonna go with a NATO, but it is kind of awkward dealing with the Musketeer for our deck, but Edrek 1-on-1 with the NATO is gonna at least get a good amount of damage on it, and I think it almost takes care of it completely. Okay, let's go like this. Let's go with Baby Dragon. Let's go with a Lumberjack. Might see a Mega Knight at the bridge. There you go. There's the Mega Knight at the bridge. The good thing is that we almost cycle back to the Electro Dragon, and the Electro Dragon here is gonna cook, guys. Like, look at the Electro Dragon. I think we might even be able to win this game without using a single Golem. I think we can like just spam support troops here, and it's gonna be so hard for him to deal with that. Okay, nice. Let's go with another Lumberjack. As soon as the Prince goes down, I think I'm gonna go with a Lumberjack at the bridge. We have double Baby Dragon, we have Lumberjack, Evo Electro Dragon. Did unfortunately go to the opposite lane, but this is still looking so good for us. Lumberjack is locking onto the tower, and I guess we just need to cycle maybe one more Golem. We do need to be careful. We can't just go Golem at the bridge right here, because as soon as we do that, he might try to go Mega Knight opposite lane, but I think here with only 10 seconds remaining, it's a good moment for us to go with a Golem. He doesn't have the... okay, he does go with a Goblin Drill. That is, I guess, a good thing about this matchup for him, is that the Goblin Drill is a building, of course, in the end of the day as well. Okay, let's go with a Lumberjack here. Let's, I think, pull everything into the push here with a NATO, and let's also go with a Baby Dragon, guys. Okay, Musketeers are definitely cooking in this match, but I think we are still in a really good spot to be in. We do need to be careful with the Evo Mega Knight, but it looks like he doesn't have enough elixir to stop the double Dragon push, and we are gonna take the right side tower. Now it's time for us to copy his Mega Knight deck, which was an interesting deck. It's like a Mega Knight Miner deck without the Miner. Okay, let's go, guys. Hopping into game number 4 so far, 3-0. Let's see if we can keep it up. And now it's time for us to play with this Goblin Joe Mega Knight deck, which is interesting. Normally you would see Mega Knight either with Miner or sometimes even without anything. I don't think I've seen many people use Mega Knight with the Goblin Joe, but let's see if we can cook with it. Let's see if we can somehow get a W here. Okay, we do need to be careful. We are facing this spam type of deck, which is always kind of tricky to face. We can go with arrows here, and then I'm gonna save enough elixir to go with a Mega Knight on top of the Skeleton King. This is looking very scary though. We're gonna take so much damage here. Even though we go Mega Knight, that's still gonna be a ton of damage. The good thing is that we do have a pretty much full HP Mega Knight, which we can kind of use to get a counter push with. Let's see if he... Okay, he goes with a Bomb Tower. Let's actually go with bets like this. And I think I would like to go with a Goblin Drill off to the side. Let's see. He does go with a Dart Goblin. Okay, Goblin Drill is gonna hit the Dart Goblin, and we can actually go with a Zap here. Retargeting the tower. Oh no, looks like it's not retargeted onto the Mega Knight, but still a good Zap to take care of the Dart Goblin. And just like that, with the counter push, we are able to punish his, how do you say it, like aggressiveness, I think you could say in English, like his pressure and single elixir. It's not like it was a bad pressure, he was just pretty much throwing all of his elixir at the bridge, and we were able to kind of punish it. Man, I'm very tempted to go with arrow prediction. Luckily I didn't do that, because looks like he does go for a bomb tower. Nice play by him. Wall breakers are unfortunately not gonna get a connection. Let's wait a little bit to see. Okay, what is he gonna do? Looks like he goes with evil wall breakers. Let's go with arrows, especially the left side lane is where I need to try and kind of stay alive. I'm not sure if we can hold on to the tower, but I think the opponent is not using a big spell. So realistically, we might still be able to secure the W here by staying alive on our left side tower. We also do not have a big spell, so we do need to be careful about taking down his left side tower. But I think so far we're in a pretty good spot. Let's keep up the pressure. Let's have the Zap ready. He might try and go with a Goblin Gang. Looks like instead he goes for the evil Dark Goblin. Mega Knight is still quite healthy. Mega Knight might actually hit the tower and might actually get a jump. Looks like he is forced to go with a last second Goblin Gang. Really good situation for us, and I think I'm gonna try and zap the Dark Goblin as soon as it is about to shoot. Okay, nice. That was a pretty good timing. Let's go with Prince towards the right side. He is gonna go with his ability. Let's go with a Mega Knight here as soon as I have 7 elixir. Mega Knight, I think, is gonna easily clean that up. Let's keep the pressure bets here as well. Let's have the arrows ready in case he gives us value. Looks like instead he goes with a Goblin Gang plus Bomb Tower towards the right side lane. Let's go with a Goblin Drill. As I mentioned before, we do not have a big spell, guys, so we actually need to take care of his tower. There you go. We are gonna take care of that. That is beautiful. Wall breakers actually went backwards. I'm not sure if you guys saw that. That was funny because we had the Goblin Drill there still alive. And of course, Goblin Drill is also like a building, so the wall breakers actually ran upwards instead of going to our tower, and we are gonna secure the victory. Nice, guys. That was kind of a close situation, especially the single elixir pressure the opponent did was very scary. We were able to defend, we were able to hold on, get a nice counter push ourselves, and secure the victory. Let's go, guys, hopping into game number 5. Now it's time for us to use this quick cycle, kind of like a lockbait type of deck. I think some of you guys might have faced or played with a similar deck like this. This is very strong in current in the current meta. Many people have been using this type of deck. I don't think I've ever seen it with the bomb tower, so that is kind of an interesting change. The opponent, the last guy I faced, had in this deck, but besides that, it's pretty much the same exact type of cycle and type of deck as well. Okay, so let's go with a Suspicious Bush. We are going to be facing someone with Fireball, Heal Spirit, Knight. I'm going to go with a Goblin, or let's go with the what's it called, with the Wall Breakers towards the left side. Let's try to cycle back to the Goblin Gang. Let's go with the Ice Spirit. Let's go with a Dark Goblin like this, and let's go with a Goblin Gang in the middle. So this is looking like, I think, a Giant deck, probably Giant Prince. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Giant Prince, kind of like the Lumberjack version, but without the actual Lumberjack. I think he has the Knight instead of Lumberjack. So that's actually pretty good for us. I feel like Lumberjack does apply more pressure than the Knight. Let's go with Wall Breakers here to pull back the Knight and make sure we take care of that. And I think we could realistically even take the Mega Minion hit. It is gonna get some decent amount of damage, but it shouldn't be too much damage, and then we can focus on keeping up the pressure ourselves, by not overspending on defense there. So nice. We have a Dark Goblin plus the Skeleton King. The Dark Goblin is actually gonna get a good amount of damage onto the Knight with the poison. I think it might even be able to get some damage onto the Bomber. Look at the elixir he spent on defense, guys. I don't think he has a lot of elixir right now. Let's go with Ice Spirit just in case, but it looks like the Bomber was indeed able to go down thanks to the evil Dark Goblin's poison. And this is looking very, very good for us, guys. I don't think he has a great spell to take care of all of our, how do you say it, like spammy pressure type of cards, because he does have the Zap Rage, but of course Zap plus Rage is not like an amazing counter against our deck, and then the Fireball isn't really, yeah, great either. So let's go with Suspicious Bush. I think I'm actually gonna go with Wall Breakers here, making sure that Dark Goblin does stay alive. One of the Wall Breakers is gonna stay alive as well. That is gonna force out some elixir. Let's go with a lock here. Offensively, Dark Goblin, please stay alive. Nice, Dark Goblin is able to stay alive. And man, look at this Suspicious Bush, guys. It's able to stay alive all this time. Dark Goblin getting so much value as well. Let's give it a pressure. Left side lane, let's try to go with a Dark Goblin Ice Spirit here. On defense, do I have enough time to pop the ability? We do have enough time to pop the ability. And look at the pressure I'm applying both left and right side lane. I'm not sure if we can actually get to take a tower. both towers are gonna be low. So we need to be careful because we do not have a big spell. We do need to be careful, yeah, about leaving both towers low and then not able to take one of them. But I think we should be fine. Like realistically here, all we need to do is just make sure we keep the pressure. Look at this suspicious push, guys. We are gonna take his left side tower, right side tower is also gonna go down, and that is the first giant he plays in this match. Nice try with the rage prediction. He almost gets the rage prediction, but even if he would have gotten it, this is definitely gonna be a good game because we already took 2 of his towers. Well, he barely touched our tower. So now it's time for us to play with giants. So far, really fun decks. It's always like changing archetype, changing different deck types, and that is why I love doing these type of challenge. Look at that, guys. Giant, Bait, Mega Knight, Golem, P.E.K.K.A. Like so far we've played a bunch of different decks, quite some beatdown type of decks, but let's see how we do with this giant deck. Let's go, guys. Time to play with this giant prince deck. Let's give him a good luck and let's see what we're gonna be facing. I feel like the last guy, I mean, we did apply a ton of pressure, but I feel like the last guy was a little bit too passive about when to play his giant because he only played it at the very last couple of seconds, minutes, not even minutes, a couple of seconds of the match. And then we were able to secure the victory because of that. Okay, looks like we're facing Inferno Dragon. As soon as I see the Inferno Dragon, I'm just gonna try and build up a giant push right side lane. We do need to be careful here, but I think we should be fine. Mega Man is actually gonna be a great counter here against the balloon, and we should be able to distract the Inferno Dragon, I think, just by going Knight here. Let's have the Knight going right side lane. Okay, he does end up using his Lumberjack. He has Bowler. I think I know what deck this is, guys. I'm 90% sure it's gonna be Balloon Freeze. Let's actually go with a Prince here towards the left side lane. Prince should be a very annoying card for him to deal with. He's gonna be forced to go with Electro Dragon, and then we can maybe try to activate the King Tower here. Okay, let's see, guys. Let's cycle Bomber towards the right side. I would like to activate the King Tower, but at the same time, I don't want to take too much damage. So let's actually Rage Tower, and then let's go with a Heal Spirit. Hopefully, we don't take too much damage to the E-Drag. We are gonna take 2 shots, but I think it's okay. And let's, in the meantime, keep the pressure right side lane with a Knight. Combining it with the Bomber. Nice. We forced out a lot of Elixir, guys. I think we can just go Giant at the bridge. Is gonna be quite annoying for him to defend, and he's once again gonna go with his Balloon, but I don't think he realizes that the Mega Man is just such a good card against the Balloon. We do need to be really careful with the Inferno Dragon, but realistically we can distract it with the Heal Spirit, and then we can sacrifice our Bomber. He just completely ignored the Giant, and oh my god, he's gonna get a freeze down. What a nice freeze from him. Last second freeze is gonna not quite give him the tower, but does give him a lot of damage though. Okay, do I keep under pressure? Do I try to build a push from behind? I'm not really sure. Okay, good thing that the freeze actually didn't allow him to take the tower for 1 second. I definitely thought that the tower was gonna go down right there. Let's go with a Prince. Let's, I think, cycle Knight right side lane, and we need to be careful with the Electro Dragon. Electro Dragon is definitely one of those cards which could cause us a lot of problems, guys. So let's have the Mega Minion ready here, so I think he's gonna go with the Inferno Dragon as soon as possible. So let's actually go with a Mega Minion plus Fireball. We might even have to freeze we might even have to Fireball if he does go with a freeze. Let's go with a Giant, and guys, he's going in with when we have a Prince, Mega Minion, Giant push on the King Tower. Like, there's no way for him to defend that without getting 3 crowns. Let's go with a Mega Minion here on top of the Electro Dragon, but yeah, I don't see a way of him defending this push. Look at the Mega Minion, look at the Prince, look at all the troops we have on the field. Very good decision for us to focus on our offensive push, knowing that only having Mega Man for air isn't like, I mean, it is a really good card against the balloon, but it isn't like that reliable to defend the big balloon push. So I think it's very good for us to focus on offense, and that is actually what turned out to be a great decision. 3-crowning the opponent. Now it's time for us to use this Balloon Freeze deck. Let's go, guys. 6-0 in the Grand Challenger. We're up against this guy called New Legend. He actually has a really good profile here at the top. I think it was 29 finish. It's kind of hard to tell. The badges nowadays after the recent update aren't like that visible, but I think it was a top 29. Okay, let's see what he's gonna be using. Skeletons could mean that it's gonna be some kind of cycle deck. Looks like he cycles the Knight, so Skeletons, Knight. Honestly, could be anything. Could be like a graveyard type of deck. Could be maybe a cycle deck with Electro Spirit. It could definitely be X-Bow, which X-Bow would be very annoying for us, but let's see what happens, guys. Let's go with Electro Dragon here as well. Not really sure if the Electro Dragon is even that worth it, but at least we're gonna try and take care of the Tesla, and he is gonna go with the Expo here. Okay, let's go with the Lumberjack, and I'm gonna be forced to go with Balloon. I think the E-Drag I just used was a little bit bad, but it should be fine. Balloon is still gonna decently defend the Expo. We are gonna take quite some damage, but let's see if he doesn't support the archers with too much. I think I'm still gonna go Barbell even if he doesn't support it, because this way we're not gonna take even more damage. So man, what a rough start right there. The high Tesla from him was actually really good. Not sure, I think I had Bowler available. Maybe Bowler was a better play than the Electro Dragon. I don't know why I thought Electro Dragon was gonna be a good play. So instead of cycling Inferno Dragon over here, I'm actually gonna cycle Inferno Dragon all the way on the right side just to kind of prevent him from doing another high Tesla play. He might still try and do that, but this way it's gonna be a little bit harder for him to get like a lot of value. Okay, let's go with Electro Dragon once again up high. He is definitely gonna get a ton of damage from the Tesla, from the archers. Like this is gonna be, I think, a difficult matchup, guys. Okay, he does go with a Tesla like that though. We can just go Balloon at the bridge, no Tesla, no Fireball and Cycle either. He is gonna go with the X-Bow defensively, and that is actually gonna be a great X-Bow because it pulls the balloon to the middle, and then afterwards the balloon, I think it's anyways gonna go down, but it would also hit the Tesla right there. Like it did get distracted. So, okay guys, this is not looking good. I think we just got a really unfortunate matchup. I am still gonna try and somehow win this, but yeah, this is not looking good at all. Okay, let's go with a Bowler here. Let's go with Inferno Dragon. He's gonna probably try and pressure the right side with an X-Bow. Looks like he does indeed do that. Let's go with a Barbell. Let's go with a Freeze here as well. And let's go with the Evil Lumberjack. Okay, nice. We're gonna get a lot of damage on top of the X-Bow. Look at the left side tower with the Inferno Dragon there as well. We could maybe get a Nado going. Let's see what he does. Looks like he goes with an Evil Tesla. Okay, we're gonna take care of all of his troops. The bad thing is that we don't get any damage at all, and I think he's back to another X-Bow right now. Let's cycle. Okay, let's go with Archer. Let's go with a Bowler. Let's go with a Barbell here as well. He's gonna go with his Knight. I think the Bowler is still locked on to the X-Bow. Now it is hitting the Knight. Let's actually go with a Nado here to pull it in front of the X-Bow, making sure that the splash damage is gonna hit it. I don't know, guys. This is not looking good at all. Okay, let's go with a Lumberjack. I would go in for a Balloon, but honestly, we wouldn't get anything with the balloon, so no point of us even trying right there. Okay, let's go with a Bowler like this. Let's, I think, go with Barbell and Balloon at the bridge here. That is probably the best play we have. Okay, X-Bow is gonna stay alive for a little bit, but it was the tower where we didn't really take any damage, so that is, yeah, good for us. But look at this pressure, guys. Look at the situation. I don't think we will be able to stay alive, to be honest. Okay, I'm gonna try and do my best. Bowler in the face. He's gonna Fireball everything. Okay, Fireball is not gonna be the best, I guess. We can maybe get a Nado. Let's actually go with a Nado right now. Hopefully the Bowler can splash the tower once. Is that gonna splash? No, it's not even splashing, man. That is unfortunate. Okay, I think we just lost, guys. I think we actually just lost. Unless we somehow defend this, but look at, I mean, look at the situation of the match. Look at how easy he is able to defend our pushes, and we are not able to get a lot of value from our troops either. Okay, let's go with Inferno Dragon. I'm gonna try and somehow still win this match, but it's gonna be so rough, guys. Like, this is actually gonna be so difficult for us to make a comeback somehow. Okay, he's gonna Fireball the E-Drag. Let's actually go with a Barbell right side. Let's go with a Lumberjack here. So I'm gonna go with Inferno Dragon, but the fact that we can't kill the archers either, and look at that, he's just gonna cycle Teslas. Like, there's no way. There's actually no way for us to win this, man. What an unfortunate matchup. I personally don't like Balloon Freeze at all. Like, I feel like it's such a bad deck in the current meta, and it is unfortunately gonna be the first deck we will lose with in today's video. Okay, let's go with a Lumberjack. Let's go with a Lumberjack, Inferno Dragon at the bridge. Let's go with a Bowler here as well. I'm gonna try and somehow still get something going, but nah, there's only 10 seconds left. There's not even enough time for us to get something going. Let's go with a Freeze right here. Let's go with a Lumberjack, but even if there was more time, there's just actually no way of winning that matchup. So let's give him a good game. He played that really well. Now it's time for us to play with X-Bow. I must say that I'm not the best X-Bow player, but let me cook, guys. I'm gonna try and cook. See you guys soon with the next match. Okay, let's go, guys. Hopping into the next match, we're gonna try and cook something with X-Bow. Looking at the opponent, this seems to be P.E.K.K.A. Goblin Giant, so that is gonna be interesting. Let's cycle skeletons here. We do have to be careful if he goes with like a Goblin Curse. And looks like, I know, it's actually gonna be Valkyrie, but he does have the Royal Chef. Okay, so Valkyrie, Royal Chef, what could that be? Valkyrie, Royal Chef, maybe Lava Hound? Thinking about it, it could be like a Lava Hound type of deck. Looks like, okay, looks like he goes with a Balloon plus a Valkyrie here. Let's go with a Tesla. Tesla to pull the Balloon, to take care of the Valkyrie, and we might even be able to get... Do we activate the King here if that hits? I think that hits. Yeah, it is gonna hit the King Tower. What a beautiful Electro Spirit. Wasn't completely sure, but we were able to activate the King Tower there thanks to the chain of the Electro Dragon. Let's go with Skeletons. Let's go with Archers. could have timed the skeletons a little bit better for the Mega Man to walk up so the tower hits it, but we are at least gonna get a small connection with the Expo. I'm telling you guys, I'm not the best Expo player. I'm gonna try and do my best to win this matchup. Matchup, I think, seems to be okay for us. I mean, Lava Hound, Lava Loon, we should be able to get a lot of value from our Expos offensively if we kind of like out-cycle his slow cycle, assuming that he's not gonna have the quickest cycle in the world. Okay, let's go with the Tesla High. We already used twice the Tesla, so next Tesla is gonna be evolved, and I think we can keep under pressure with the Expo, especially that we have the Tesla still alive. We're gonna get some extra value with the Tesla. Like, for example, here he goes with a balloon. Would it be worth it to fireball that? Maybe that was a good fireball. Thinking about it, I think that might have been a good fireball. Not sure if it would have been an overcommitment though, because that would have been 10 elixir on our part, like Expo plus fireballs 10 elixir, and then he would have only spent 5 elixir. So maybe the safest play there was just as we did, not overspending. Okay, let's go with a lock. Let's go with a knight at the bridge right here, guys. Let's go with skeleton as well. I think we're gonna at least force out like a good amount of elixir defensively with the knight plus skeleton push, and then hopefully we can keep up our defense ourselves. Let's go with evil archers. He does have the arrows, but at least this way we're gonna force out some elixir, and we can also at the same time get a little bit of damage on the lava hound. Let's go with a fireball here defensively. We do need something else, so I'm actually gonna go with another Tesla here for the balloon. The fact that we have the king tower up is gonna help us quite a bit. And look at his left side tower, guys. Left side tower from him is already down to 2 fireballs, so realistically all we need to do is just cycle fireballs. And I'm not sure why this opponent just went lava hound in the back with only 15 seconds remaining. Well, he did it when there was like 20 seconds remaining, but even with less than 30 seconds, he will not even have enough time for the lava hound to really make it to the tower. So all we need to do here is just cycle quickly back to another fireball. We are gonna cycle back right as we hit overtime, and we are gonna secure the victory with Expo. So let's go, guys. Okay, the tricky part here is that our only loss so far has been with balloon, and now we get to play with another balloon deck. This is also kind of like a heavy awkward cycle type of lava deck. 4.3 average X cost is actually crazy. See you guys soon with the next game. Okay, let's go, guys. Hopping into the next match. Now it's time for us to play with Lava Loon, also with E-Jack, which is very interesting. We're gonna be facing, I think this is gonna be like a cycle deck, because Fire Spirit at the bridge most of the time is like a quick cycle type of deck. Looks like he also has Berserker plus Fire Spirit. What is this going to be, guys? Berserker plus Fire Spirit. Berserker, Fire Spirit, Bomber. Oh, is this gonna be... I think this might be Goblin Drill. I think. I'm not sure, but I think this is gonna be Goblin Drill. Let's go with a Mega Man here. We do really need to be careful with the Goblin Drill, because our, how do you say, like, ground units are not the best, guys. I think this guy has a rocket, so I'm actually gonna cycle the Electro Dragon in more of an awkward spot, just to make sure we don't give him the rocket value on the tower. But yeah, our cycle is gonna be very awkward against Goblin Drill. If he knows how to pressure and take advantage of like the bad cycle we have, we might be in a big problem. Hopefully he cycles Bomber, so we can go, there you go, nice. He does cycle Bomber, that is good for us. So we can actually get to Arrow, and then we have the Valkyrie back available if he does go with a Goblin Geo. And it looks like he does go with a Goblin Geo. He does have the Snowball. We need to be careful with that. And I should have gone with Valkyrie a little bit earlier. Didn't realize the Royal Chef was about to level up. Instead of leveling a Skeleton, which doesn't change anything at all, we would have had a level 12 Valkyrie right now. Okay, let's go with a balloon. I think he has rocket, so he might just rocket all of that, which he is gonna do. So well played by him. The good thing about forcing out the rocket there defensively is that now our Electro Dragon could potentially get quite some value. Knowing how heavy base this deck is, like how awkward our cycle is, I'm actually just gonna let it be for now. Kind of leak elixir. I don't want to cycle, for example, an E-Jack, and then he's gonna go with everything in the opposite lane. So let's actually cycle Mega Man as soon as I see the Bomber. I think we could go with a Lava Hound here as well, especially now seeing that he's cycling into the left side lane. Lava Hound here should be a pretty good play from us. And he does go with a Tesla. Okay, we have Fireball. I think Fireball here is gonna be a pretty good play just to try and take care of the Tesla. Lava Hound is still alive as well. Let's go with a Valkyrie evolution at the bridge here. Let's go with a balloon a little bit later, just to make sure that the rocket is not that easy to hit everything. And in the meantime, he's also going to be forced to go with a Snowball. Snowball plus rocket is going to be a great combo, but still, overall, we are forcing out a lot of elixir defensively, while not really taking any yeah, damage ourselves. Like, I feel like this guy should have been pressuring way more offensively himself. He's playing this very passive, even though he has like a quick cycle deck. Okay, let's go with a fireball here. Beautiful fireball that is going to take care of the fire spirit. That's going to take care of the Tesla. We do cycle back to the arrows. Let's go with arrows right now, and let's also go with a balloon. Nice, the arrows even catch the fire spirit, guys. This is looking very good for us right now. He might get a last second rocket going, but still, the lava pops, the balloon, we are forcing out so much elixir, and the fact that he just spent Tesla like that, I think we can keep under pressure by going lava out at the bridge. We can go with a Mega Minion. Balloon even gets to the tower, and I think this is gonna be a good game, guys. He doesn't have anything air like wise in cycle right now. He just used the Tesla last second. Electro Dragon is also still alive. Let's go with a Valkyrie right here. Let's see what he's gonna do, but Tesla's not gonna save him. We can go with arrows, and I think that is gonna be a good game. Wow, what a nice win right there. I feel like the opponent played that so passively though. Like, if I would play that against any other really good Goblin Joe player, I feel like the Goblin Joe player would just constantly be cycling offensively with the Goblin Drills, with the Berserkers, with the Bombers, and then put us in an awkward spot. This guy was always just cycling in the back and allowing us to make the big pushes. So now we're gonna play this Goblin Joe deck 8-1 in the Grand Challenge. Let's see if we can get another victory. Okay, let's go, guys. Hopping into the next match. Now it's time for us to play with this Goblin Joe deck. Goblin Joe is definitely one of my, yeah, how do you say that, like, favorite type of decks. I always like playing with these cycle pressure decks. So nice skeletons there. We are gonna take one Dart Goblin Joe hit, but I think it's okay. Let's in the meantime go with a Fire Spirit plus Berserker here, trying to take care of the Goblin Barrel, but looks like I mistimed the timing. There's a timing where if you go with, for example, Skeletons Fire Spirit, Bomber Fire Spirit, and I thought it also works with a Berserker, where it completely takes care of the what's it called, of the Goblin Barrel. Okay, let's go with a Bomber here. Let's go with Skeletons. The fact that we don't have a great counter against Dart Goblin, against Goblin Barrel, does kind of worry me, but I think we should be fine, guys. Like, realistically, we do have a very quick cycle. We have Bomber. We can go with like snowballs offensively in some situations. I think overall this is not looking amazing, but it's not looking really bad either. Okay, let's go with a Berserker like this. Berserker might also, I wanted to say get some damage, but actually the Cannoneer is a really good tower troop against her because it deals a lot of damage, and the Berserker, it's not like she's very tanky either. Okay, he's gonna go with Barrel off to the side. Let's go with Skeletons. Let's also go with a Snowball. Not sure if the Snowball was even necessary, knowing that he placed it that far off to the side. But anyways, I rather secure the defense, rather not take too much unnecessary damage, especially in single elixir right here. Okay, let's see. Let's go with a Goblin Joe towards the right side lane. Why do I go Goblin Joe right side lane? With the damage of the Goblin Joe, we could afterwards potentially just snowball the princess. He actually messed up. He went with Cannon left side lane. Okay, that is actually kind of funny. He thought that we would go with a Goblin Joe, which is understandable in the lane where we already dealt a lot of damage. So let's go with a Bomber here. Let's go with a Berserker. I think we might even have to drop something else, knowing that the princess is gonna take care of the Bomber. I guess I would just go with a high Tesla. So, okay, this is an interesting situation. We did take quite some damage on our right side tower, but overall, it's not like we are down a ton of damage or something. Like, we can definitely still win this. Let's cycle Berserker, let's cycle Bomber. I don't think this guy has a big spell, so that is good for us. Let's switch up the Goblin Joe once again. Let's this time go towards the left side lane. Let's have the Evil Snowball ready. Let's go with the Evil Snowball right now. Nice. And let's, I guess, cycle Berserker here as well. Okay, Fire Spirit Bomber to try and take care of the princess. Let's see, guys. Let's actually go like this. Let's go with a Snowball here, Berserker here. And this is looking okay. Damage-wise, we're actually able to get quite some damage. We are in a good spot right now, I would say. Okay, Fire Spirit. Oh, beautiful Fire Spirit. Fire Spirit is actually going to take care of the entire Goblin gang. Bomber is going to take care of the princess. Let's go with Tesla. Let's go with Skeletons. No Valkyrie and Psycho means that we can go with a Goblin Joe right here. Let's go with a Berserker to take care of the princess. I do have the Snowball, but I think he's just going to go with a lock. Actually, he misses the lock, so I should have definitely gone with a Snowball right there. Okay, Snowball defensively. Let's go with a Fire Spirit here off to the side. He has a Lightning. What? Who uses Lightning in Lockbait? Okay, I'm very confused right now. I thought that this guy was actually not running a single big spell, but looks like he has Lightning. Wow, that is actually very interesting. I did not really expect that from him. Let's go with a Tesla like this. Let's see if we can take care of the Dart Goblin. Also, the Tesla placement is going to prevent him from going Princess at the bridge if he does want to go Princess at the bridge, but looks like instead he cycles it in the back. So, Lightning out of the opponent. We might need to be careful with the lightning cycle, but we also have the rocket though. So I think here I'm actually gonna go with a rocket. Rocket is gonna hit the tower, it's gonna hit the Valkyrie, and we do have the evil Tesla available to try and take care of the princess. Let's go with the Tesla right now. The other Tesla or the other princess might walk up and the Tesla gets even more value. He sacrifices the cannon. Tesla's still alive. It's also gonna take care of the other princess, and man, the evil Tesla value we just got is actually insane. Okay, snowball here. Evil Dart Goblin is gonna go down to the Fire Spirit, and that is gonna be rocket range already. So let's go, guys. Nice W. What a crazy lockbait deck from the opponent. I don't think he had like an Ice Spirit. He didn't have like wall breakers. He just had like a bunch of bait cards, no Psycho card, and then for some reason he had a Lightning in there. Like, I don't know why he would use Lightning, but okay, it's time for us to play with this crazy lockbait deck. See you guys soon with the next match. Hopping into the next match, we're up against a guy called Big Daddy. Let's give it a good luck, and looks like, okay, he also has lockbait, or at least seems to be lockbait. Whenever I see a princess, I always think about lockbait. We are using a strange version though. We have Lightning, we have the Cannoneer Tower Chop. This is definitely not your typical classic lockbait deck, but let's see if we can cook, guys. Maybe the Lightning is actually gonna surprise him, and we can maybe actually get something going here. Okay, he does use the lock. Let's go with a Dart Goblin to try and defend his barrel. The bad thing is that we have Cannoneer, so realistically, the barrels are always gonna be like hard for us to defend, but I guess it should be fine. We can distract the Dart Goblin 1 second, so then the Cannoneer can shoot it without us taking any damage, and the princess still stays alive, so he gets to play something. His princess is gonna one-shot ours, but I think here with a cannon in the middle, it's gonna be a nice and easy defense, and he is gonna be using more of a classic lockbait type of version, but I think he doesn't have a big spell. Seeing the Dart Goblin, seeing the deck he's using, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be using it without a big spell, only lock. So that could actually be kind of, positive for us. Okay, I kind of want to wait and see what he's going to do. If he goes with like Goblin Gang, we can go Valkyrie. If he goes Barrel, we could maybe go with a Goblin Gang ourselves. Yeah, looks like he does go with Goblin Gang. Let's just go with Valkyrie. That is why I was kind of waiting. Knowing that he has Lock and Psycho, I'm going to try and trick him by going with a Goblin Barrel a little bit further behind the tower. And there you go, guys. He misses one of the Goblins. Doesn't seem like a lot, but any type of damage, especially in a mirror type of match, is always so good for us. Okay, let's go with the Dart Goblin. Let's go with the Princess here. Trying to take care of the Inferno Tower. This way we might get some damage. On both lanes, Dart Goblin is going to get quite some damage. He is going to go with the Dart Goblin himself. And I think, yeah, looking at the tower, we can just take that one hit right now. Okay, so damage-wise, we are down a little bit. But overall, like the both towers, we were able to get quite some damage on both towers. So I think we might be able to get something going here. Double lane, let's actually go with a Goblin Barrel like this. Let's also wait and see. Okay, does he use the lock? Is he gonna... Okay, he is gonna defend the left side lane with the lock. Still a good situation for us though. Let's go with a Princess here. Let's have the Goblin Gang ready. I think he is probably gonna go with a barrel. So Goblin Gang like this might be good. Let's go with a cannon here to try and snipe his Princess. And let's go with a Goblin Barrel left side. Knowing that we still have the Goblin Gang alive on the right side, he's probably gonna be forced to lock the left side. But looks like he didn't even have it back in cycle yet. I thought that he already cycled back. Looks like we actually out-cycle him. Okay, does he not have... Wait, does this guy not have evolutions, or am I crazy right now? I don't think I've seen a single evolution out of him. He might be doing like a challenge of using decks without... Oh no, he does have the dark... Oh no, he does have evolutions. What? He just didn't cycle them? Okay, for some reason I was like, does this guy not have evolutions? And then as soon as I say that, he goes with all of his evolutions at the bridge. We do have to be careful, guys. He is able to apply a lot of pressure. Let's try and keep out the pressure ourselves. I don't think he has a lot of elixir right now, so let's support the Valkyrie with a Goblin Gang. Let's go with a Dart Goblin here at the bridge as well. That's gonna be a lot of damage, guys. No lock available from him. He's gonna have a hard time defending that without taking any damage. Dart Goblin is getting a lot of value as well. Let's keep enough elixir for the Valkyrie. I think the Valkyrie here is gonna be very important to clean up all the Goblins. And let's afterwards go with the Princess ourselves, trying to take care of his Princess. Let's keep out the pressure by going Goblin Gang at the bridge. And this is a very close match. Okay, nice. Goblin Gang right side is gonna get some chip damage. We need to be careful with... Okay, let's go with the Dark Goblin here. Let's have the Valkyrie ready for the barrel. I think, yeah, I was about to say, I think he's gonna go barrel right side tower. So nice, good defense from us, but we still take some damage. Okay, lightning. We would need 2 lightnings, guys. Let's actually try and... okay, nice. Look at the left side. Look at the left side tower, guys. Okay, that's actually game. Princess Shot is gonna put it in lightning range. Lightning is gonna be enough to take care of his left side tower. We're gonna play back-to-back lockbait. Now we are gonna be playing a lockbait version, which I personally like a little bit more. It's not like this lockbait deck we just played, it's bad, but it's just kind of strange having lightning, playing with the Cannoneer Tower Troop as well. I think this version looks a little bit better to me. Let's see if we can get a good matchup. Okay, let's go guys. We are 2 wins away from completing the goal of today's video. We are currently 10-1. Only loss so far has been with this with this Bowler Balloon Freeze deck against the Expo player. Besides that, so far we have been able to secure a lot of victories. So let's see what we're going to be facing here. Bandit could be some kind of Bridgefam type of deck. Looks like it's actually going to be a Mega Knight deck. Okay, right as he goes Mega Knight, I actually spent the Knight, which is kind of awkward because now we don't have a mini tank available. We do have the Inferno Tower available though, so Inferno Tower here should actually be able to, hopefully get some decent value. He does go with a Skeleton Barrel. Let's try to time the lock plus the Ice Spirit here as good as possible. Does he have a reset? He does have a reset. Okay, let's go with a Dark Goblin and let's go with a Knight last second. Trying to, hold on, trying to distract everything right there. Wow, that was actually intense. That was not an easy defense at all. We are able to defend it pretty well though. We do get a little bit of damage, or we do take a little bit of damage with the Miner, but we might also get a little bit of damage with the Knight, which is gonna get one shot. Okay, so Mega Knight spam should be an okay matchup for Lockbait, but then he does have the Zap for the Inferno Tower, and he does have an Inferno Dragon himself, which is kind of scary for us because we realistically don't have a direct way of countering it. Like if we would have the Rocket, then I would say, okay, really good matchup for us, because in this situation I would probably just try and rocket everything. The fact that we don't have a way of killing the Inferno Dragon, oh my god, man, that was so close. Inferno Dragon almost gets a lock, guys. Do you guys realize how close that was of getting a lock on our tower and getting like a ton of damage? I don't think you guys realize, like that was so close. I actually thought for 1 second that was already gonna be locked onto our left side tower. Man, okay, surviving single elixir, I'm feeling a little bit more confident. I feel like in single elixir, it gets like really scary to defend those. Inferno Dragon Mega Knight pushes in double elixir. We should be able to stack up and cycle our bait support cards like Dark Goblin, Princess, and we should even be able to potentially cycle double Knight or something like that. So surviving single elixir, I'm much more confident. I'm much happier. Let's see if we can keep up the pressure while also trying to defend. The fact that if we force out elixir defensively, he's not gonna have a lot of elixir offensively. So that is kind of my goal right here. We forced out the Zap defensively. We can now go with a Dark Goblin. Let's go with a Ice Spirit here as well. Let's go with a Goblin Gang in the middle. We are getting really good value from the Dark Goblin right here. Let's keep the pressure by going Goblin Barrel left side as well. We can keep up the lock for the Skelly Barrel, and I think that should be pretty much good game. He is gonna go with a Miner, but yeah, no way of him breaking through our defense. Let's keep up the pressure with the Ice Spirit. We have the Dark Goblin evolution. We can go with Princess to clean up the Goblin Gang. But anyways, time is already running out, and we might be able to secure the victory in the next match. We are 11-1 right now, so we still have 1 life to play with. But if we do end up winning the next match, we are gonna complete the Grand Challenge. So see you guys soon with the next match. Okay, let's go guys, hopping into the next match. This guy has a P.E.K.K.A on his profile. Hopefully it's not gonna be a P.E.K.K.A player, because we are running this Mega Knight deck. And by the way, we don't have the Evo Mega Knight. We have the Evo Inferno Dragon and we have the Evo Bats, which is interesting. I would actually use the Evo Mega Knight. I think I personally like the Evo Mega Knight a lot. It's very, versatile and very strong actually. Okay, Bennett is gonna take care of the Dark Prince. He's gonna have to drop something else if he doesn't want to take any damage, I think. But it looks like it actually didn't die, or it didn't dash. It would have died to the Dark Prince already. Okay, does he have an E-Wiz? What does he have to support the Giant here? Let's go with a Goblin Gang off to the side. He's probably gonna go with like a spell on top of that. So let's go with a Mega Knight, trying to predict the spell. He did go with a Snowball, getting some extra damage with his Giant. But how are you gonna defend the counter push right now? He doesn't have Snowball. He doesn't have a lot of elixir, I think. Inferno Dragon is gonna lock on. Look at the right side. Skeleton Barrel locking onto the tower as well. He's forced to go with arrows left side. But look at the right side tower, guys. Wait, is that gonna be double tower? What? Oh my god, we just won the match, I think. Okay, so the last match of today's video is actually gonna be a nice and easy 3-count. I think the opponent at this point is just gonna give up. So, wow guys, what a way to end today's video. I definitely didn't expect to get a 3-count that easily. The opponent just feeded us such a big counter push, also spending elixir offensively there to the point where he was not able to defend it, and we're actually gonna take the 3-count. So wow, what an amazing video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Almost flawless, almost perfect video. We did unfortunately lose against this guy, which is actually a really good player. He had as I said before, top 29 finish in the world. And then also the matchup, I think, was actually impossible. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please make sure to smack the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, feel free to subscribe. And I hope to see you guys in one of my next videos. Take care, guys.